Jeb Bessiker.
My name is Jackson Wiley Houston.
And what is your allegiance to the BAL?
Bullies captain, bullies till I die.
I'm the captain of the Cherry Pickers.
8-ball.
I play under Coach Cameron Bartow for the 8-balls.
I was the captain of the 8-balls in the BWAL.
Retired captain of the Dragons.
If you could, just summarize the season for me.
Did you just hear that question?
If you could, just summarize the season for me.
I hate to interrupt everything and to just jump in here, but nobody answered that question. After hours of filming, I couldn't get someone to answer it on a week-by-week basis. Personally, I thought this was the most important. I mean, how could we do a BWAL review without showing how it all plays out? But since no one did it, I was forced to step up to the plate. I know, it's a horrible pun, but I thought I'd get a little bit of a chuckle. So now that you're left with me, I'm going to be diving headfirst into it. I'm going to untangle all the drama and serve it to you on a silver platter. Now, let me make this clear. I never claimed to have a good voice and never will have one, whether it's for narrating or even singing. This was really the only option we had left, so let's just get right into it. Without further ado, we're going to hop into week 1. Again, I'm going to be just spitballing this whole thing because I think reading off a script sounds a lot worse. Week 1 belonged to the Dragons. They took down the Cherry Pickers 18-2. Will Byler went 7 for 10 with 2 home runs. He also had 7 strikeouts on the mound. That man right there was the player of the week. It's tough to describe a player like Will, but I'll let Alex Cruz give it a shot.
Good and nasty. He had some movement on his pitches.
Jebby also helped the Dragons dominate with 4 RBIs.
I think right off the bat, the first game, we set the tone really, really forcefully. We knew that we were the best team out there pretty much immediately.
The next game was between the 8-balls and Titans, who saw each other plenty throughout the year.
Hey, same goes to you, man.
I look forward to seeing you back out there.
Oh, my pleasure. Can't wait to see you out there as well. Thank you.
8-balls win this game in legendary fashion with the grand slam home run from Cam Bartow. Cam Bartow went 3 for 7. Ronnie Swatner also batted .500 with 2 hits. EJ Pratt was also on the mound this game with 5 Ks. And now we're heading into week 2. In week 2, the Cherry Pickers finally got in the win column. They beat the Titans 9-6. Grant Conway stepped in and hit a huge home run to put him in the lead.
Oh my God. Oh my! You can put it on the board! That's gone!
Brad Atkinson also added 10 Ks on the mound, along with KJ's 2 RBIs and Jacob Hall batting .500 from the plate. Brad Atkinson was giving the Titans all sorts of trouble on the mound, but it seems as though KJ wasn't sure he was going to be their pitcher this year.
I actually didn't even think about putting him at pitcher when I drafted him.
The Dragons were back and they wanted to prove that they were not a fluke. They won 21-8 against the 8-balls. Matt McCleary finally showed up and he went 7 for 12 with a homer, along with Jebby batting perfect from the plate. Will Byler won back-to-back Player of the Weeks with 9 for 12 hitting, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, and 5 Ks. Week 3. Titans finally made it to the win column with a 15-10 win over the Dragons. The Bessiker brothers showed out, combining for 4 home runs, 8 of 11 hitting, and 7 RBIs, all of which come off their father pitching, Mr. Bessiker. Zach Zuber tallied in 5 RBIs along with a home run and 12 Ks, and Toby Prime ran in 3 runs and got a catch. When looking back at week 3, Dragons captain Jeb had this to say.
Morale was low. Morale was low that game. We went back to the locker room and we came together and said, we can't let that happen again. And you know what? That's what we did.
The other week 3 matchup was between the Cherry Pickers and the 8-balls. Cherry Pickers won 10-6, with Jacob Hall bringing in 2 runs, Brad Atkinson having 9 Ks, KJ having 3 RBIs, and Luke Miller winning Player of the Week with 7 for 8 hitting, 4 RBIs, and 2 home runs. Although they lost, the 8-balls truly believed this was a big turning point in their season, with Jackson Houston finally getting the start as a pitcher.
Bringing in Jackson, a little bit of consistency on the mound, and he really handled the adjustment well.
When Jackson took over, man, we didn't look back. Shout out Jackson.
Coach Bartow, he put the ball on my mitt, and we never looked back after that.
Now, I know I said I'd do a week-by-week analysis, and I'm jumping a few weeks here, but here we are with week 6. To be quite honest, the reason I didn't include weeks 4 and 5 is because I thought it'd drag out the video. The 8 Balls rolled into the playoffs with a 6-2 victory over the Cherry Pickers, making it 3 straight wins. Jackson Houston saved his best on the mound with 9 Ks, 2 catches, and only giving up 2 runs. Cam Bartow, of course, had 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, and Ronnie had 1 run and 5 catches. The Dragons took care of business in their rematch against the Titans, winning 14-10, only having 3 guys, which was a heavy topic going into playoffs. Jeb went 8 for 12 hitting with 4 RBIs and 6 runs, while Will Byler probably had his best regular season game with 10 for 13 hitting, 11 RBIs, 4 home runs, and 11 Ks. Through 6 games, these are our standings. Now, we head into the playoffs. The Dragons were on a mission once they reached the postseason.
Went to the playoffs. There was a lot of talk around the league, a lot of chatter, and we shut everybody up.
And for any doubters out there, he was right. He went 6 for 8 with 5 RBIs and a home run. Eric also tallied in a home run and 5 RBIs, with Will dominating as usual with 6. The bad blood between the Titans and 8 Balls did not go away, but I'll let one play tell the whole story of their playoff game.
It's a semifinal game. There's, I believe, 2 outs. Liam gets a hit, caught the ball, and I see Liam tag him. It's over. We're going to the championship.
Our championship is here. The 8 Balls versus the Dragons. The Dragons, who had a target on their back from week 1, had all this 3-man rule controversy surrounding them, and were the most hated team this year, are your very first BWAL champions. After winning the title, the hate for the Dragons only got stronger.
Well, I don't recognize the championship game.
You don't want to go further. That's it.
No, it's just the rules were put in a way where we weren't going to succeed no matter what. So in my eyes, the game never occurred.
You know, when we're playing against teams who can just cycle through their 3 best players, I thought that was a little unfair.
Just a lot of pitching from them, but it is what it is. They won. Got to give it to them. When you have your 3 best batters hitting all the time, like, it's not fair. I mean, if Cam hit, no disrespect to Will Byler, I mean, he's a great player, but if Cam and Ronnie hit just as much as him, there's no awards being won, just saying.
But because we played fair and square, we were penalized for that.
On the flip side of things, Jeb and KJ believed they were at a disadvantage for only having 3 guys.
You know, I believe if we just simply had 4 guys in the field, we would have been a more dominant team. Just due to us having one of the better pitchers and just how our bats were consistent throughout the year.
Well, I think it's a clear disadvantage. You only have 1 person pitching and 2 people playing the entire field. Realistically, the opposing team should absolutely dominate a team in that position. I think that between Will and I, we really felt that was unfair on our end because we still had to perform.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, they didn't win it. Because obviously they did. They beat us regardless. But no, it's obviously when you have more opportunities with your top players, you'll have more of an advantage. But at the same time, you know, you have to take advantage of those opportunities. You know, you may have some of your better players up, but they may not capitalize on the opportunity. So they did what they had to do.
Probably could have done a better job transitioning to this point, but here we are with the epilogue.
Favorite moment from the season?
The left-handed home run, for sure. Because I heard Johnny say to Bubba behind me, he goes, what is he doing? And midway through the sentence, he goes, oh my God!
That's yard.
Like, just pissed on that ball, but that was my favorite moment, probably.
Brian Byler's home run. I think that was the most legendary moment of wiffle ball history. I don't think that will ever be repeated. That was historic. That was actually incredible. I know that he has still been talking about it at work every day since then. It was a very legendary moment.
Personally, probably my home run, I had to take the lead against the Dragon. That was pretty epic. That was a fun time. It was, I don't know, it was at the end of the game, and I don't know, it went by way too fast, and I wish I could have enjoyed it more, but it was still sick.
Favorite moment of the season?
My favorite moment.
Getting tagged at home.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
I gotta go with the game winner against the Titans in the semifinals.
We want Alex tagged out, Liam going around the bases.
It was the semifinal game. There's, I believe, 2 outs. Liam gets a hit. I go to second base. I drop the ball. I'm like, I've made this throw before. I try to hit Johnny. I missed. Instantly in my head, I'm like, wow, I just lost this the game. And I see Cam going to get the ball, and I look corner of my eye, I see Liam being a dumbass and getting ready to round third.
Couldn't help going for the inside the park home run.
Caught the ball, and I see Liam tag him. It's over. We're going to the championship. By far the best moment.
I mean, obviously, I'm sure you're going to play the clip with Creed in the background.
Can you see us in the camera?
No way.
Is he gonna do it? Yes, 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 yes! Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher?